Working. Alright, just want to show you how to access the front diff. Get to any of these, the rearward diff is actually a little bit easier, but getting into either diff is, you know, it's a bit of work. There's a lot of screws to remove, and it feels like you're tearing the truck completely down. It's not like some of the buggies or truggies where you can get it, you know, a few screws on the front, you can get into the diff. This one, do not pull these two screws. These two screws, just leave them in. Reason why, what happens, so I don't know if you can see that in there. There's my flashlight. This black part right here goes up through your servo saver and into this that part which turns your wheels. So if you pull that screw and that screw, what happens is it comes out of this thing here, and then that thing will lift up and spin sideways, and it looks like it can go either way. Like you can just turn it, doesn't matter which way it's facing. Well, I somehow gotten it turned the wrong way, 300 or 180 from what it is right now, and the slider mechanism was hitting the diff case. So it's a bit of a, you know, you're fumbling to get this put back together, and once you spin it around to get it screwed back together, it just clears the diff case, as you can see in there, right in there. It will just clear that diff case. So if you get it on the wrong way, for some reason it hits the diff case, and that's what happened. I accidentally took those two screws out, thinking that they tied into this black piece right here. This was all tied into the diff case, so you gotta pull these two screws here, this one and this one, that one and that one, and that is all part of the diff case, the bulkhead, not the diff case, but the bulkhead. So it's going to be this screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, two more screws underneath the shock tower, one screw in the front, these four screws on the bottom. Then you got to pull the metal plate, these pins, lower pins, the pins on both sides, and then you can pull the bulkhead out. Getting the bulkhead back in, I had to take, it sits right here. I had to take pliers to snap it back into place. So that's, you know, it's a bit, you're kind of fumbling around with these arms hanging loose and all that. So it's a bit of work. I'm going to take it apart real quick right on video and show you guys. That's going to be... Let's go ahead and take the shock tower screw off first. That comes off. And you got 1, 2, 3 on each side. 1, 2, 3. Remember, don't touch these two. That one. Okay, then I'll go ahead and we're going to keep this screw in. My flashlight. That screw stays. But we're going to take out these 4 screws here. Fortunately, these screws are all the same size. All but the shock tower screw. So it's not that hard to remember which screw goes where. So anyways, it doesn't matter. You can start at the bottom or you can start at the top. I just, for demo purposes, I just went ahead and took the screws out of the top. And just kick this thing sideways, whatever, you know. Then we got left is your 4 pins and this center screw right here. So let's go ahead and pull that center screw. This plate slides off. Sits on. See how that kicks out? Just goes over this part right here, so it sits on just like that. Pull your pins, top and bottom. Now your arms are hanging. So you can see getting this thing to slide back in can be a bit tough. Get everything hooked back up. There it comes. So that's all that. And then this comes off. This is your bulkhead. This is like, I guess it would be considered now your diff case. I guess, I don't know. And then inside will be your diff cup. So bulkhead, diff case, diff cup. And yeah, so that's quite a bit so far. We haven't got into the diff yet. It's going to be these 4 screws. Sure, I'm going backwards. So now we're into the diff case, and here's your diff cup, and that's it. That's how to get this out.